Thinking about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
It's Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running.
Ceedee Lamb.
So one team over here is Cowboys, believe it. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live, man. What's good with y'all good people out there? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. And as you see down here, man, we got West Coast in the building. West Coast Cowboy. What's up with you, cuzzo?
What's up with you, man? It is your brother in West Coast, man. It's that boy CD got paid. Hey, I was only one Monday off. Yes, stop listening to West Coast because I was literally one Monday off, but I can dig it.
Indeed, man. And hey, we ain't even gotta listen. Y'all know what's going on here, man. We already 100 people deep. Y'all know it's West Coast. Y'all know it's Henny the Moore. Y'all know it's Landlord from Alabama, who always arrives fashionably late because he has a real trap that he's operating. So hey, let's go ahead and dive into this. Hey, let them know the usual stuff though, man. Let them know, hit that like, hit that share, hit that Eagles fan, hit those Cash App and super chats. We finna go ahead and dive into this content because we got a lot to talk about, bro. Because Wes, do you think this was like strategic? Because now we talking about Dallas Cowboys roster cut downs. We talking about Dallas Cowboys contract extensions, and we talking about possibly signing a free agent. So like everything news cycle right now gonna be Dallas Cowboys.
Facts. And that's why, I've been saying that. I felt that they had a deal probably already done and they were just about what day they were going to release it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Brad, like at the end of the day, man, I love it, Brad. Like the obvious happens. It makes you ask yourself, why couldn't they just do this, 2 weeks ago and he could have been in training camp the whole time? But hey, man, that the Cowboys always wanted to pay Ceedee Lamb more, so they wanted to intentionally wait. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I
Indeed.
mean. Like if you were listening to me, if you were gonna make Ceedee Lamb the highest paid, the second highest paid non-quarterback outside of a quarterback position, you could have did this two. You literally could have did this 2 weeks ago. You could have did this last month. Like CD would have. Think about this. CD would have took this deal in March. You could have gave CD Lamb this deal in March, and he would
Matter
have took it.
matter of fact, let's talk about that. That's a good talk. That's a good way to segue. So let me pull this little graphic up that I put together. Pretty much just a screenshot from James Slater, and this is just some of the minute details about how the CD Lamb contract came to be. All right, so and all these are little different ones. He said two sides were off and on in the recent weeks. They really started to pick up steam on the actual contract extension on Saturday. For a long time, the Dallas Cowboys were stuck at 32.5 million. Then they moved slightly up to 33 because you kept hearing the reports. They sent another one. They sent another offer over. CeeDee Lamb and his camp been at 34. They never actually moved off of $134 million.
Hey, hey, listen. Who hit you? Hey, now you. Hey, who hit you last week? And what I tell you?
And
What did I tell?
Cuz said Cuz hit me up. He was excited about some stuff that he couldn't fully say at the time.
What time did I call you in the morning?
Man, this man called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought somebody in the family had died when I woke up. I'm like, oh Lord! I went to check Facebook. I shot some texts around like this. Man, did somebody pass? Oh, everybody good? Oh shit!
Hey, your boy had some. Hey, your boy has coast. Listen to me. Your boy had some information at 3 o'clock in the morning. I called and I told you. I said, bro. I said, this is for the first time. I said, I'm gonna let you in on something. This is it's not the Joneses this time. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I'm not mad that it's CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb knew his worth and refused to back down on it, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like, listen, the Cowboys staff needs to learn that at the end of the day, these players are not going to fall for that okey doke anymore. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb is the second highest paid player that's not a quarterback. You tell me how the Cowboys walk around with their heads up saying they won on that deal?
They can't.
Outside of the fact that they got the player.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Nigel Wanza. I think he on landlord in, and I think landlord just slid in the building. What's up, my boy?
What's happening, man? Appreciate you, Nigel.
And Nigel said CD didn't fit in the Oxnard budget. It was cheaper to let him stay home.
Right.
And then B
I was just
Bird.
about to say, I just noticed that I went in on the secret Illuminati call, so it's all good though. You know what I'm
That just
saying?
means you still got your soul, landlord.
Maybe one day I'll be, in on that 3 o'clock call.
Hey,
It's all good,
time the hell out. Because listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to go right now. I want you to go right now on your missed calls from West Coast Cowboy. All my kids, I promise you're gonna have one at 12 o'clock, at 2 o'clock in the morning.
When? Yesterday?
Right now.
No,
Hey,
no,
Henny,
it
tell him
wasn't
what day it
yesterday.
was. Tell him what day it was, Henny.
It's been a minute now, so like it wasn't like it
Oh
was
yeah,
just
I
recent.
remember I seen you call me late. I
Yeah,
remember.
see that?
That was
I
the
remember.
day,
I
fool.
remember. I remember.
Okay,
But
so
look though,
yeah, so he
I'm
was
like a
Illuminati.
kid. I'm like a kid. I gotta be at bed by like 10 o'clock, man.
But listen to
Uh-uh.
me, landlord. Listen to me. When I found out, I called. Listen, I called you, Henny, and I called Boss. I ain't gonna lie. I called my boy Boss Cowboy.
That's true. Hey, real
That's
quick,
what's up.
real quick. B Bird hit me with a 2 piece. He said the Joneses ain't that smart. Listen, the Joneses. Let me get through this list and I'll flip back to that, man. All right, so right now, CD Lamb his can't never move off 34. It's always been 34 million for CD Lamb. The Joneses and the organization just finally came up to 34. In the end, it came down to being 34. So, like you said, they were pretty much arguing over $1.5 million. When you put that into perspective, now he's working on getting a physical done. Finished up the
He missed
typing
training camp over $1.5 million. That's crazy.
$1.5 million.
That's
Working
crazy.
working on getting the physical done, finishing up the language. He should be there tomorrow to actually sign his name on the dotted line. Jerry leaves Tuesday a.m. for an owners meeting, so I'm glad this did get done. Lamb could be at practice tomorrow. Jerry will meet with the
Um,
media as originally planned Wednesday ahead of their return to Frisco.
They should have just let us know, bro, because we could have put in on that 1.5 million, bro. Just $5 a piece. The
All of us
nation
as a
could have got
nation.
that up, bro. The nation would have did that.
Hey, that's
Y'all
how a
tripping.
real trapper think. That's how a real trapper think. Like, bro, for what you telling me 1.5? Listen to
You
me,
know?
Lil Johnny. Hey, listen to me, Lil Johnny got half up under the bed right now,
We just got to
and you
give it
don't
back.
even
That's all.
know.
We just got to give it back.
Yeah,
And
we gotta give it back, but yeah, we could have easily went to Lil Johnny and took out a little deal.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but Johnny want a point. Johnny want a little interest on that shit too.
Bro, even $2 million, that's nothing, bro. That's nothing.
Oh yeah, and listen, I see all y'all in the chat box asking about the Dalvin Cook. We're gonna touch on that. That's another conversation, but we want to talk about the Ceedee Lamb stuff before we touch on the Dalvin Cook tryout. Pretty much a tryout. He gonna come work out for the Dallas Cowboys. Like like he is on the way to Dallas to have a tryout. We'll talk about that. But listen, we got to spend some time talking about this Ceedee Lamb deal because listen. We've been up here begging and pleading for the Dallas Cowboys to get this deal done for months at this point. For months. So I'm gonna just go down the list. Wes, I'll start with you, then Land. I'm gonna let you take it. How
Um.
yeah,
Oh,
how
I
do you
thought.
feel go ahead. How do you feel about this, man? Knowing the details about it, especially like how much money made CeeDee Lamb miss training camp. Because listen, I know he's back in the fold, but it's not like he was there running around being in football shape. Like they gotta ramp him up in 2 weeks to be ready for week 1.
Um. I say it like this: the Cowboys be like like they just need to stop calling players bluffs because they're like they give in like the cat like bruh, if I'm like there's they don't the Cowboys they're like 0-4 right now on calling players bluffs. Every time a player holds out in Dallas, they get their money. So it's like if now at this point the Cowboys they've lost so many holdouts, they need to just start giving in. Like bruh, if they would have just gave in to CeeDee Lamb's demands, the first demands, they would have probably got him for like 33. You know what I'm saying? And you would have saved $1 million that you would have missed. Like, bro, think about this. If CeeDee Lamb's at training camp, you make the $1.5 million back because of them $250 tickets that you did nobody want to buy. I love Wanye and I love my boy, who else? My boy, Tolbert. I love all them dudes, but I'm not spending no $250 to go see them dudes. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And the nation said they weren't doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I will tell you this. I did tell you guys that before the Dallas Cowboys opened up training camp in Dallas, where they really gonna be really trying to put fans in that little Frisco stadium. I knew for a fact they was gonna have an 88 up in there because you got to think like this: when training camp is in Dallas, you're gonna have guys like Dez stopping by there. You're gonna have guys like Drew Pearson stopping by there. You're gonna have real live 88 stopping by there, and it's gonna be weird as hell trying to explain to them dudes why CeeDee Lamb ain't in the field right now. And y'all talking about y'all going all in. Slap yourself.
All right, what about you, Lynn?
Well, I mean, I'm glad that it's all over. I'm glad that it's over. But like, my one concern is, like I said on Twitter, is like the Cowboys already let you see that it's a pure blueprint to get paid in Dallas. Like, it's not nothing normal. You can't just be a good player and then all is well and get paid, especially if you at the top of the market. So every single player that's a top type player, they already know what they got to do in Dallas. Like Michael Parsons is probably already getting his, ducks in a row to probably do something similar next year.
Hey,
Because
landlord, he said noted. Parsons
yeah,
should have
exactly.
he should have tweeted. He should have tweeted noted. That's all he should have tweeted is noted.
Yeah, because it's like it's too obvious now. Like, and then
Duh.
think about it. It makes them move with a sense of urgency. Nothing else does, but when they start holding out, that's when you get the Jones' attention. And I hate that to be the truth, but it is what it is. I can't change reality. It looks like you got to play hardball. You got to play chicken with the Joneses to get your proper compensation. That's
Right.
unfortunate, but that's our reality right now.
Hey, let me dip out for a couple minutes. I got to go in here and grab my sons and stuff to get them ready. But then I'll be back on here in a couple minutes.
All right, cool. We're gonna be rocking, bro. We're gonna be rocking. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
it. And you know what, bro? That's pretty much my same thought process on this because you did way more harm than good by letting this fester up the way that you did. Because Ceedee Lamb didn't miss the entirety of training camp. Right, he missed everything. He was never going to play in preseason, but he missed both joint practices. He missed both joint practices. He missed all the physical installs. Like, and like I can't really say that Ceedee Lamb is in football shape. You know what I
Can
mean?
you
Like,
pause real quick, bro? Hold that thought. CeeDee Lamb is not in football shape. I'm sorry. These comments are ridiculous right now. All right, Mr. Kenneth Coleman, I would like you to not comment no more the rest of the show because your profile picture is a distraction, sir. That is very nefarious. That's probably the most nefarious profile picture ever.
what kind of
And
shit?
then
Is that nigga hit a? Oh, that's Michael
that's
Jordan's
Michael
son.
Jordan's son. He got the most nefarious profile picture ever. And then somebody, Rico Jones, need to go sit in timeout talking about Trey Lance gonna hold out next year. We don't have time for those shenanigans.
Funny. He said Trey Lance gonna hold out at the unemployment office.
We don't have time for those shenanigans, man. But I'm sorry here. Okay, you said CeeDee Lamb might not be in game shape. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You good, sir. You good. That shit was funny as hell. But I'm just saying though, man. Like, there's a difference between putting on everybody work out in the off season and they run, they weight lift, and they with their personal trainers and shit. Like, there's a difference in between wearing pads, running and hitting people, getting hit, taking contact, snagging the ball over people. Like, that shit is different. Like, you really can't simulate that on your own a lot of times, man. And I think CeeDee Lamb missed a whole lot of that. Thank God the Dallas Cowboys got practices in between now and when he actually, got to suit up week 1. But damn, man. That and the fact, like, how think about the other people around CeeDee Lamb that wasn't getting better from CeeDee Lamb presence. Like, you don't think Jalen Tolbert would have, probably benefited from CeeDee Lamb being there? You don't think Ryan Flournoy, would have benefited from CeeDee Lamb being there to help teach him how to be an NFL wide receiver?
Exactly. Especially guys like the young DBs we got. You know what I'm saying? Like Caleb Carson probably would have benefited off of that. The Andrew Booth dude probably would have benefited off of that. All the young corners. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right, man. That's why you remember I made that case before and people got mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but they don't need to be in camp, but all that stuff. They don't have to be in the walkthroughs. You remember I was like, bro, he makes other people better. But everybody got mad at me when I said that. But it is what it is. Of course, a talent like CeeDee Lamb will elevate everybody around him, everybody that's working with him and against him. It will be better work for them, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And listen, I know Tober's been around Lamb, but like, he's still a young player. Like, having him around still helps. Like, there's some shit that CeeDee Lamb might have picked up in the off season that he could have, it gave to Jalen Tolbert or them. We never really know. And it's not just Tolbert. Like, Jalen Brooks is still young in his development stage. Like, having your veteran players around helps. You know what I'm saying? Having the guys around helps. And it helps Dak. We're not going to be running the same exact plays. Like, there are other installs. Like teams refresh their playbook every year. There's some stuff they've been working on they wasn't running yet last year. And it would have helped having him there. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty solid right there, Camo. I can't even argue with you. He said, with our luck with players in practice, I don't know. Yeah, Trey got hurt last year in practice, and now look at Bland. So, yeah, I can't even argue with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I might have to flip my decision on that one. Because, we can't afford that like that. We can't afford that. I don't even want to speak that into existence at all.
Mm-hmm. But there is one silver lining. Like, he hasn't been doing field work, but according to Clarence Hill, like, he's been keeping up with all this shit on his iPad. So, like, the changes and the installs and the new plays and the new wrinkles that the Dallas Cowboys are inputting for the 2024 season, he's aware of them. You know what I'm saying? He might have been practicing that in his free time, but he missed it from actually physically being there on the field with them. So he knows what's going on, but in my opinion, everything is different on a whiteboard and on a picture than actually being out there running the shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can do without actually getting in pads and running those plays and running those routes and running those concepts and seeing how things play out. Especially if you ain't been around your quarterback. Like, what if you're comfortable running it at one depth, but Dak and Mike McCarthy want you at a different depth than that? Or, what if there's a different hot, that they gauge will work better after they ran it in practice? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different wrinkles and tweaks to things that you really get around to when you're actually there.
Yeah, exactly. Um, it's nothing better than hands-on work and hands-on efforts. So yeah, it's certain stuff you just gotta be there for. But I mean, if it's anybody that I wouldn't be that concerned about, it's probably Mr. Ceedee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Him, Dak Prescott, those are the people who I trust the most on his offense and with the offense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's, the only thing he could probably be a little behind with is some of the new things, like you said. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure City got a good grip on the offense.
Mm-hmm. All right, and listen, y'all asking about it. Let's go ahead and jump on it. We'll pivot back around to the Ceedee Lamb stuff when West get back, man. Let's talk about the Dalvin Cook stuff. Cause there's a bunch of people still asking about it. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. All right, so Dalvin Cook, right? Dalvin Cook, 4-time Pro Bowl running back, is meeting with the Dallas Cowboys per Tom Pelissero. I guess how you say the young man's name. So I'm going to start, bro. 3 years ago, I would have said it's over. Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl, all that. Dalvin Cook is not the same Dalvin Cook that he was in Minnesota.
Absolutely not.
He's Dalvin Cook in name. And I don't know what happened. Because remember, his last year in Minnesota, he was an 1,100-yard rusher. Last year with the Jets and his brief little stop with the Ravens in the postseason, he barely did anything. You know what I'm saying? He barely did anything. Now, to be very fair, he was coming off of an injury. He had shoulder surgery prior to the season. I don't know if he was fully healthy all of last year, right? He's supposed to be completely healthy at this point. But from what he put on tape, what he showed, he didn't look great last year. So what I'm hoping is that with a new offensive line around a familiar face in Mike Zimmer, because he did play with Mike Zimmer for years. Mike Zimmer was his head coach for years. So maybe in a new environment with an improved offensive line and not being asked to be the savior of the running back room, you might get a little bit more out of Dalvin Cook. But I'm not saying that. I don't know. I'm torn because I'm happy the Dallas Cowboys are looking at a running back to come in and help improve the running back room as a whole. But on the other end, I don't really know what I'm getting from Dalvin Cook. Because listen, last year before the season started, I would have jumped on the table and stood on the table for Dalvin Cook. The man had just rushed for 1,100 yards. Last year was so bad, I don't know. But go ahead though, Len.
Did he actually get a lot of reps? Because I can't speak on it because I'm not too familiar with the situation. But I do know the player. Was he getting an actual opportunity and just being bad, or was he not getting opportunities because they say he was bad? Which one?
Well, let's see. He only had 67 carries, but he only averaged 3.2 yards a carry on those carries.
This is what I want you to know. This is what I want people to understand and realize too. It's John Stevens Jr.'s everywhere. So when I say that, that means it's people that's good on teams who don't get a proper opportunity sometimes. And it could be due to a lot of things. They could just not like your attitude, or you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. So I mean, for him to only have 67 carries, I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to evaluate somebody off of that for a whole season.
Well, he got that's
So
the thing. He got beat out by Brees Hall. They signed him thinking he would come in and be Dalvin Cook, and the guy they already had on the roster was outperforming him. Brees Hall didn't really have those opportunities, didn't really have those problems.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Brees Hall is a better running back. So was he a lesser running back in a better running back room?
Brees Hall pretty good. They got some good run. They had some good running backs. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
You would have thought that he would have beat one of them out to get more opportunities though.
this might be like one man's trash type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have just a overall better running back room than we have, and they can afford to let him go. We over here looking like, wow, we just struck gold. That could be possible. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how deep some of these other teams' rooms is at certain positions. Because like us, if we let one of these safeties go, do that mean he bad? It's gonna be a team that don't got no safeties. Like, wow, the Cowboys just let this dude go. They crazy. You see what I'm saying? But we got so many safeties that it'll make sense.
Yeah, that's true though. You know, like I'm not completely turning my nose up at Dalvin Cook because the running back room that we have, most people say it's the worst in the National Football League. I don't know if I go that damn far, but it's not like there's an overabundance of talent in the Dallas Cowboys running back room any damn way. So if he's better
Facts.
than if he's better than Malik Davis or Deuce Vaughn at this point in time, or any of the other running backs that we have, I will accept him with open arms. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to talk down on Dalvin Cook. I'm just saying with the expectations that they had for Dalvin Cook last year and for what he actually gave them, you know, it was a disappointment in that regard. Because Dalvin Cook was still looked at as one of the best running backs in the league, and he didn't play like it. That's all I'm saying.
True, true. I get it. But I think I said like I'm gonna have to just hold my judgment until we get him in the building, and maybe he can rejuvenate himself over here. We'll have to see.
And
But like I
hey,
said, I'm not too wildly in love, pause, with our running backs anyway, though. So, I mean, you know, it could be an ugly girl in a room full of dudes type situation. you know,
listen. All right, and this the
the
thing, like,
one-eyed man in a room full of blind type situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
listen. I know 67 snaps ain't shit, but shouldn't you ask why he only got 67 snaps? There's always a why to everything. Like you can't, like it's true. You cannot really gauge 67 snaps of football. You also got to ask the question, why did the nigga only get 67 snaps?
I just told you it could. It's John Stevens Jr.'s everywhere. It's a Luke Schoonmaker for every team.
Well, John Stevens
We
Jr.
just
got
don't
hurt.
know who they are.
But I
You see
also
what
say
I'm saying?
John Stevens got hurt, so he didn't even play.
But I'm
So
just saying, right now he's not hurt, and he probably still ain't finna be tight end too.
you
This is what
never
I'm
know.
telling you.
You never know. Like if that man is making plays and you can't keep him off the field, like I don't know. I ain't really seen. I ain't finna sit here and tell that lie. But it's not as bad in the Mike McCarthy era as it was in the Jason Garrett era with the favorites.
It's definitely not, and I think we should give Mike a little credit for that
Yeah,
because he using people that we would have never used under Kelly. Like we seen it, we didn't use Turpin under Kelly.
not at all. And you know what? What we said about uh, Kellen Moore not being able to integrate young wide receivers into his offense held true because Quentin Johnson was a first round pick wide receiver and he barely did anything over there. He barely did anything. It's like that system is not for a young wide receiver.
True, true. So, like I said, I believe it just depends on the personnel of the team that you got right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we know our personnel is a little iffy at running back. He might, bro. If Snoop Connor and Royce Freeman can come over here and raise eyebrows, come on, bro. You mean to tell me Dalvin Cook can't do it?
I mean, I hope he can. Listen, I'm not saying that he ain't shit. That's not the thought process I'm trying to convey to people. I'm just saying I'm not sure what I'll get from Dalvin Cook. I'm interested. Don't get me wrong. I am an interested buyer. I am curious to see what Dalvin Cook can still do. I want the Dallas Cowboys to sign him, right? Because listen, that boy that we picked up in as an undrafted free agent, we already done cut him. What's his name? Peel or whatever the hell his name was. We already done cut him, so we need a little pop from somewhere.
You talking about Nathaniel Pete?
Yeah, Pete. We already done cut that boy.
Yeah. We don't got a lot of depth at the running back position.
Chill Bill need to chill. He said you in here taking the shit.
Who that?
He said you in there taking the shit, landlord. Why you ain't show you?
Wow. I wish it was that simple, because I'd be right back on the camera after a while, wouldn't I?
Oh, that shit funny, dog. Queso said, I don't know. I will listen. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you really think somebody can go from an 1,100-yard rusher to being out the NFL in 1 year?
I've seen some strange things in the NFL, my boy.
Like usually there's a slight drop off in decline. You know what I'm saying? Usually you go from being an 1,100-yard guy to like a 600-yard guy. Like you really just don't go from 1,100 yards to like 200 yards. That usually don't happen outside of like major injury.
Yeah, I was about to say outside of a major injury.
That should have gotten Henry. We say that. What if Derrick Henry go over there? He don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We'll wait and see. Like
For
I
my
look.
sanity, for my sanity, even though he's my Bama guy, I wish him the worst season of his career. No injury, I just don't want him to do well.
Ooh,
This is gonna make me feel bad.
Miles Sanders would have been a good pickup too, though.
Man, we had all kind of running backs we could have got. We just didn't do anything. We just didn't do nothing about it. That's all.
Yep. It said, what if Cook comes and doesn't do anything? I mean, shit. Low risk, high reward, because it's not like we're signing Dalvin Cook to a huge huge running back contract or anything like that if he does sign. So if he doesn't give you anything, you're back at square one, because a lot of the running backs on your team ain't gave you nothing either. Like Deuce ain't really done nothing for you in a real game. Malik Davis hasn't done much for you in the last what, year and a half. It's been a while since he's played for you. So you haven't really gotten much out of these other running backs on the roster anyway. So you don't get nothing from Dalvin Cook. At least you can say you tried. And if you get anything from the boy, then you know the front office gonna beat their chest and say they're geniuses.
All right, I want to ask you in the chat, what's the likelihood of Zeke being like, what can I say, exceeding most people's expectations on a scale of 1 to 10? Put your number in the chat.
Yo, what's up, Dwayne Brown? Thanks for tapping in, my boy.
Salute. What you think, Hen? What's your number?
Repeat the question for me, bro.
What is the likelihood of Zeke exceeding expectations? Like, we looking at Zeke like, a couple notches above a charity case almost. A couple notches above a favor. So I mean, what's the chances on a scale of 1 to 10 of Zeke exceeding those expectations?
My expectations for Zeke have been my expectation for Zeke was 600 to 700 yards and double-digit touchdowns. If he exceeds that, I think it'll be sort of hard to exceed that. So I say a 5 probably.
Okay, I want to know the other people's. I need to know the other people what they thinking.
See, OTD is similar to me. He said 500 yards and 10 touchdowns. I said about 700 yards and about 10, 11 touchdowns. Trey said a 4. All right, and I had said a 5. So me and Trey about close on ours.
Most people just down on Zeke, huh?
I mean, those
I
are not
think
bad.
I am too. But I want that'll be a great story though, right? Zeke come back and just go crazy. That'll be crazy. I don't know how realistic or how delusional I would be for even saying this, but that'll be interesting. That 15 will be selling like crazy.
Mm-hmm. My boy Cowboys vet said 600 yards, 7. My boy JVB boy said 600. How many touchdowns my boy said? 14, 714 tutties.
14 touchdowns. We in the NFC Championship game.
Shit, I mean, listen, he might. Because, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have a bunch of red zone opportunities, bro. In a 17-game season, how many times do you think the Dallas Cowboys going to get to the red zone?
How many times Tony Pollard didn't score?
I mean, let's keep it real. How many
times we forced Schoonmaker to do it? Or Hunter Lipke? Like, it's a lot of foolishness that was going on. And I ain't gonna lie, I think that's a little politics. It could be the Joneses. It could be Mike McCarthy trying to look smart sometimes. Like, I'm not going to say that that's not a possibility. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, man, I picked Luke Schoonmaker, and we finna make him do something nice this week. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So the Dallas Cowboys only scored on 57% of their red zone opportunities, 57.8.
What that ranked in the league?
12.
If you got it.
12.
That's a little above middle of the pack.
So the teams ahead of us, the 49ers were first, Detroit, Miami, Buffalo, Washington, Arizona, Baltimore, the Rams.
Time out. How? Washington?
Washington didn't get there enough, but they converted.
Oh, their percentage was better. Okay.
But they could, when they got there, they scored 63% of the time. We talk about touchdowns. Like, this is only
because
touchdowns.
what I was noticing, there was a trend out of those teams. All of those teams that was ahead of us, for the most part, went further than us in the playoffs.
Of course, because they scored touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. San Francisco, Detroit, that was the NFC Championship.
Baltimore.
Miami won a playoff game. Baltimore.
Well, they went to the playoffs. They didn't win shit. They got bounced.
I thought they won their first game and then lost.
No, they lost to the Bills for the division. Then they had to turn their ass around and fly to Kansas City and play in the cold.
Oh, okay. So they was at least the same as us.
Yeah, they were about the same. What's up, Wes? You back?
Who's Bizak? Still smell cracking my clothes like Krispy Kreme. We was cooking them hoes. That's what the wise man Jeezy said.
Like horseshoes, we was tossing them hoes.
Yeah.
About that, man. That's that southern.
Yeah, what you know about that?
I don't know if you know about that, right? No, man.
Now,
that's what that boy Ceedee Lamb.
Nigga.
Hey, that's what listen to me. That's what that boy Jeezy walked into the locker room. That's what Ceedee Lamb walking into the locker room on right now. He on that thug motivation, man. Y'all been hating on that boy, man. Listen to me. Y'all gave him the bag, but Ceedee Lamb, he screenshot all y'all haters that was saying, oh, he should have just, oh, he should have just, oh, he's just not, oh, he just, yeah, man, we about to run this thing up, dog. We about to run this thing up. I didn't get to say my piece on Dalvin Cook. You know, I like it. I like it. And the reason why I like it is it's a 1-2 punch. Do I think he's better than Rico Dow right now? I don't know, but it's Dalvin Cook. Why not try? Ooh, I
Right.
mean, it's like all it doesn't hurt me anything. It doesn't hurt me anything. Like he has to pay for the workout. He has to pay for the airplane. He has to pay for his own food. Like I don't see how the Cowboys are losing. Only thing we lose out on is the electricity it takes to turn the building on. Hey, but you know what? I can have his ass run outside. Yeah, it's not costing me nothing. So I have no problem with Dalvin Cook coming and trying out. To be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with anybody coming and trying out. You know what I'm saying? Because a tryout is exactly what it is. It's a tryout. But I will say this, veteran players don't do tryouts. You know what veteran players do? Veteran players do workouts. The difference between a tryout, you're showcasing your talent. You want them to believe that who you are, blase, blase. A workout is, are you in shape? Because let's just be real. If Dalvin Cook is in shape, we all know who the hell Dalvin Cook is. Like we ain't about to disrespect this dude and put no jersey and write Cook on his helmet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Right. Right.
you feel me? This is not trying out for the hey, shout out Grand Terrace Titans. This is not trying out for the Grand Terrace Titans where you gotta wear all black and we write your name on your helmet on a piece of white tape. You know what I'm saying? On the front and back, so when you make a play, we know who you are. This is Dalvin Cook, bruh. They're gonna literally put him in an offense at a tryout, and they're gonna have him do cuts. They're gonna have him catch the ball. They're gonna do things like that. Like, and to be honest with you, they're only gonna have him do what they're gonna have him do in the season. So they're not gonna be like, oh, let's see if Dalvin Cook can pass block. Nobody cares, bruh. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Can't listen. Dalvin Cook is there to fill the Tony Pollard role, and he's there to give the Dallas Cowboys the screenplay back because the screenplay was once one of our deadliest plays. And I'm gonna tell you, when you have guards like we have nasty guards, and when you have tackles like we have nasty tackles, you want to get those guys rolling and going downfield and just knocking down people, bro. Like literally, man. I'm in my offensive scheme for my kids, bro. We went from a blocking scheme to just knocking kids down scheme, bruh. Like it's so much easier to just knock people down than it is to block. You know what I'm saying? And when these offensive linemen, like literally, bro, we watched the film. I said, bro, this is what we're gonna do. We're not blocking no more. We're not blocking anymore. I told a bunch of kids, we're not blocking anymore. We're hitting and knocking kids down. That's it. That's it. And by the time you hit him and knock him down, the running back should be past him. You know what I'm saying? And Dalvin Cook gives you, for one, he gives you the home run hitter play. Now you have a running back where if these offensive linemen, I'm not saying that Zeke is not the home run hitter, but that's not really what I'm bringing in Zeke. I even told Zeke when I talked to him at training camp, I said, bro, don't get caught up in the yards, bro. Touchdowns and first downs is the only thing I really care about, bro. And if you do touchdowns and first downs, you could have 50 yards for all I care. You know what I'm saying? But now you have a running back who, if this offensive line down blocks correctly, and that linebacker go in the wrong hole, oh yeah, you might be pregnant, bruh, because
Pause.
you might be pregnant with touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no Diddy, right? No Diddy. You might be pregnant. You feel me?
Yikes.
You feel me? Because Dalvin Cook, I feel that he could give you one or two. I feel that he could give you one or two, like a Deshaun Jackson factor. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
Like he's just gonna give you a big play and go sit down somewhere.
I can damn near dig. But hey, but you ain't lying. Touchdowns and first downs is all we really care about. Cause ain't nobody. Listen, let's keep it that way. Ain't nobody brought in a running back with the amount of carries that Ezekiel Elliott has and expecting him to still break 60, 70-yard runs. Like, that's not the expectation. The expectation is for him to strive in the red zone, help me keep drives going, be a leader in the locker room, and shit, pass block when we get pass happy. So, like I already got the ideal role in mind for Ezekiel Elliott, just like I'm sure Mike McCarthy does. So as long as he's getting, because I said 700 yards and double-digit touchdowns, I think Zeke can do that in the role that we asked him to. So I'm fine with that. So any other running back should be adding something different to the role. I might need a
Are
running
you
back.
fine? I'm about to ask a question.
Go
Are
ahead.
you fine with Zeke getting priority of everybody, or do you think it should be a an equal opportunity running back by committee type vibe?
Talk about hot hand. Well, since it's running back by committee, right? Somebody getting priority is not running back by committee. So whoever's playing the best at the time should get the majority of the carries. If Zeke is the high hand, let Zeke get the majority of the carries. If Deuce Vaughn by some way is the hot hand, and Deuce Vaughn is breaking huge runs and doing this on a particular series, keep Deuce in, let him do what he's doing. Same for every other running back. But there also is situational football, right? Goal line, I probably want Zeke Elliott in there more than anybody else. In between the 20s on a passing down, I want the running back to go out and run a route of 20, 30 yards down the field. There may be deuce. You know what I'm saying? It just really depends on what they go out there and they gauge over the course of the season. Because I don't really just want to anoint one particular running back because I ain't trying to give nobody 300 carries no damn way with the way that
Hey, I'm gonna
my
tell
running
you
back
this:
room is
if
constructed.
Dalvin Cook signs, that means some running back with a notable name, a couple running backs with notable names are gonna get cut.
So out
I'm
of our
about to
running
ask
back
you
room,
this: Do you think? Do
just
you
cut Rush
think
Freeman.
the Do you
Nah,
think
it's
the
gonna be more than
politics is
Freeman.
gonna be overseen? Do you think they're gonna actually do that? The way you just elaborately just said it, you know what I'm saying? It sounds great. I think that'll be the best way to do it. But do you think the Cowboys gonna do that?
Don't know. I'm gonna wait to see what they do. Because when you tell me running back by committee, that's what a running back by committee is. Now, if you're not really doing running back by committee, right, and you just wanted to be cheap, and this is your way out of actually paying for one of the premier running backs, and you just say, hey, we're gonna do running back by committee and get all these dudes in here, and then you still gonna anoint your homeboy, then like that's not really running back by committee. That just
Just
that was
wasting, just wasting money too.
exactly. That's Cowboys being cheap. So no, that's not the way I describe it is running back by committee. If they do it any other way, Kinfo, they lied to all of us.
We've
Yeah, you
been
said
bamboozled.
you said this was you said this was a buffet, and now you saying I can only get chicken.
Like nigga,
We've been
they cook
No,
steak. They cook steak on Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Put some on
yeah,
we've
my
been
for real.
plate.
hoodwinked. We've been
Yeah, you said
hoodwinked
this is a
and
buffet, and
bamboozled.
now I'm in here and I can only eat chicken. Like that's not no buffet.
This not a buffet at all, Kinfo. They done lied to you. What you mean?
Yeah,
I can only have one plate.
you can. Hey, they say you can have 15-minute old chicken, or you can have fresh chicken. Them your choices.
God, dog. And then you can't get no different kind of chicken. Like all we got is legs. Like
Mm.
ain't got no breast, no thigh, no wing. Just a
Hey,
leg.
that's the quickest way. That's the quickest way to irritate somebody, irritate a worker is to ask, "Hey man, what's up, man? You think I could get all wings?" They gonna get
Oh
They
man.
gonna they
gonna
gonna
cut
banish
your
your ass to the second
it
place
gonna
or some
cut you
shit.
out under that goddamn hairnet.
Hey,
Boy.
some people in black suits gonna come remove you.
They gonna cut you out under that hairnet.
Man, that's some
That's why.
crazy shit.
But yeah, man, this is I'll tell you this. I mean, the Cowboys are definitely doing some late night thinking, and it's crazy because that's why was saying that Cowboy, all these rumors and stuff about Ceedee Lamb and the contract, bro. Like, listen to me, they was never talking because it don't take much to talk, bro. Like, I either gonna take this or I'm not gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the number one thing the nation also has to do is they got to remember this, man, because you still got Deron Bland that is going to be up for a contract that could possibly sign next year. Micah Parsons, he going to be trying to get paid next year. And when they
Facts.
use these I will say this: I commend the nation though, because y'all really didn't fall for y'all didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe on Ceedee Lamb. For the most part, everybody was riding for Ceedee Lamb. Like, I don't think there was anybody out there saying, "Oh, well, he's not Devontae Adams."
Right. They know what's up.
Like, everybody knew what was up with CeeDee Lamb. So, Cowboy Nation, salute to y'all. Now watch y'all all turn into idiots when it come to paying Dak Prescott. Back to being dumb.
I mean,
Well,
shit.
I don't know, man. You know, I seen him walk on water, but I don't know if he can swim. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said about Jesus. You know, that's what they said about Jesus.
He said, I've seen
Man.
a couple splashes in the water, though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
I
what
don't
I'm
know, man. I know he walked on water, but can he swim though? Can he really swim? So yeah, man. Like I
saying?
hope
I
that all
believe
that.
it was ice. I believe it was
Like, hey,
ice.
like, listen to me. Don't put your like, listen, like for real, like Cowboy Nation. Don't put your picket signs and your tiki torches and your protest signs up. Like, all we're doing is scribbling the name off and putting Dak Prescott. Because listen, everybody's gonna get paid. Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. You tell me you don't feel good after you get a haircut. You tell me you don't feel good after you make some money. You tell me like you don't feel good, like you feel motivated. You feel like you want to get out there and get it, bro. Like, bruh, like people be acting like these dudes is different humans. Like, bruh, you can make a couple $100 and feel like a whole nother human. You feel me? So imagine if someone dropped $32 million in your bank account, bruh. You, Uncle Pookie, everybody that ever knew you is on, bro. We is on. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, we gonna be ghetto for at least 3-4 days. You give me that type of money, we gonna be ghetto for at least 3-4 days. I'm talking about eating chicken wings at the pool table type ghetto, bruh. Putting my feet up on everybody's couch, bruh. Then we gonna get back to being normal and loving everybody. But for real, bro, we gonna show our ass for a little bit. So I salute to Ceedee Lamb. And like I said, like you guys were saying earlier, you know, Cowboy Jerry Jones said, listen to me, Jerry Jones said that they was going all in. And guess what? Maybe we just had to wait. Maybe we just had to wait. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is way more than we've ever done in the Cowboys offseason.
Hey,
Like,
but you also know there Dallas Cowboys lightweight ain't slick. Because you know there have been some slight alterations to the cap floor. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say the cap floor?
how much money you can spend? Oh,
No, how
how
much
much
money?
money you have to spend?
Thank you. There you go. How much money you got to spend? Because what a lot of people don't understand is that the NFL don't allow you to keep rolling money over the different seasons. The Dallas Cowboys just signed Ceedee Lamb. They got about $40 million in salary cap that they got. They got to spend a nice chunk of that before next year rolls around. Right before the season is over, they got to spend a nice chunk of that $40 million that they got sitting there. So
And I love that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that cut. And listen, if they sign Dak Prescott, they're gonna have to figure out how to use the rest of that damn money. Cause they gonna clear another $20-something million in cap space, bro.
And I
I,
like it because it makes stingy people spend the money, man. Like, stop saving it, bro. Fool, Jerry Jones be putting money in the bathtub and just diving in it like Uncle Scrooge. He got
man,
a whole.
that'd be
He don't. He
crazy.
got a. Yeah, he only swim. He only swim in the 50s though. In the 50s and up. You know what I'm saying? He don't. He get mad if he be swimming and he see a $1 bill or a 20 in there. He get all mad and you know what I'm saying. Piss him off. You know what I'm saying? He make him flush the whole tub and you know what I'm saying. Put all new 50s in that mug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the exact amount is 89% of the total cap over the last 4 years. So that 40 million, they're gonna have to spend at least 25 to 30 of it. And then that figure resets slightly once Dak Prescott contract gets signed. So I wouldn't be surprised if they this was the year that they signed the most veteran free agents.
Mm. Well, I mean, it's crazy, right? Because think about this. Shout out to all the people that said we couldn't sign nobody because Dak ain't got signed. We signed a gang of my dudes, and Dak still ain't signed. So figure that make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Make that make sense.
He said, "I
Like
hope you
all
get
those
paper
people,
cuts, Slim."
Dak is holding us hostage. You know what I'm saying? Because he's taking up all the money. We can't sign this person. We can't do this because of Dak. We can't do that because of Dak. Damn, you just paid a dude. You just gave a dude that's crazy. They gave a dude. He's the second highest paid outside of a quarterback. That
Yep.
means he's top. That means he's probably top 5 in all positions. Then.
Yep, second highest paid wide receiver. Got the most money at time of signing in $38 million. Wide receiver record. Got $100 million guaranteed. My boy Naham Neal said, "What's up, gent?" Slapped up 136 million Eagles fans before checking in. You know the vibes, man. So yeah, like they gave him a nice ass amount of money. And listen, we've been signing free agents and stuff. We've been signing people recently. We went out and got How much money did we get? Did we get Joseph? Like we gave Joseph like $4 million for no damn reason.
Yeah, I mean they spending the money on. Salute to the Cowboys for spending it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, maybe Jerry Jones had a conversation with Jesus and he said he was up out of here in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry like, man, F it. I might as well go out with a shebang. You know what I'm saying? So because Jerry, man, you see them interviews, bro. I ain't hating on Jerry. Y'all see what we be saying, man. Jerry, come on, Jerry. You need to go all in on life. You ain't got too much longer. You playing around, bro. Stephen Jones is playing you, bro. He got 50, 60 more years living. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hold on, Wes. Did we just not talk about how Ceedee Lamb just cleared about $10 million of salary cap for your ass this year by signing that contract extension. When Dak Prescott signs his contract extension, you will save about another $22 million in salary cap space for the 2024 season. Stop talking about the salary cap if you don't understand the salary cap. If you don't
Yeah,
know
they
what's
got money.
going on, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
People that got working functional brains and can use Google or own this motherfucker talk about the salary cap. Don't talk about
Hey,
the salary
I
cap
want
if you don't know shit about the salary cap. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. To all the sponsors out there, if you sponsor and you be throwing money at the live stream, you can keep on talking. He not talking about y'all. He talking about the other folks.
Man, like well, it really is. I didn't really mean to cuss dude out like that, but I swear to God, we were just sitting here talking about the salary
Oh,
cap.
dude, how you gonna cuss him out and then swear to God? You should have just cussed him out. I would have rather you just cussed him out. You can't cuss him out and then double down and say I swear to God. Come on, man. I would have rather you just should have just cussed him out and just left it at that.
But for real, people that be pissing me off, dog. Like landlord, well, we just not in here talking about salary cap and stuff, and then folks just gonna throw some shit out like that. Like well, I just told the niggas, we got $40 million, and you have been talking about
Yeah,
talking about Lamb
yeah,
and CD. Ain't no
Cowboys definitely got money.
How
They definitely got
how
money.
old is
But hey man, I'm about to get up out of here, man.
me too.
I'm gonna be live on the stream in the morning. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Shoot, I dropped content I dropped some short team content. It went crazy. We already got like 50,000 views on it. Only been up for like an hour and a half. So man, I appreciate y'all for watching the videos, man. And man, hey man, let's get after it, man. We literally have a game in less than 2 weeks.
all right. And listen, Rogue, you don't know shit about the salary cap, but you think it's a massive problem. Dallas Cowboys are in pretty good salary cap space for the next 5 years. Stop letting niggas lie to you. Fucking Google some shit. Go over there to Over the Cap or some actual capologists and learn something, man. I'ma holler at y'all niggas, man. And matter of fact, that's why I know Uncle Sam don't fuck with y'all now. I know y'all fucking y'all taxes.